karma is very misunderstood. Karma is the individual before the angel that comes to this realm fragmented. It enters this world. This world is a school. This world is a school of free will and actualization. For the love that you have behind the veil is love, but it is not true love. For everything is so obvious, you don't have complete choice. And there are many souls, many angels that restrict themselves from bountifulness, from abundant expansion behind the veil because of their shame, because they do not recognize an ability to benefit abundantly without reciprocating. They don't feel that they've warranted such bounty. So they enter into this world to fulfill contracts, to graduate to actualization of certain perceptions, so therefore they can speak better the language of all that is unconditionally. And so the contract is the karma. These contracts of where an individual is stuck in shame because they don't feel worthy, knowing all that they've done or all that is being awarded to them unconditionally. They feel too ashamed to advance, to ascend to that level amongst individuals who have actualized it. They do not feel that they merit that love to dance in that sphere, but they merit it unconditionally, for that is the nature of unconditional love. But they ask to come to this realm to actualize unconditionally those coordinates of resonance. And those are the contracts. And they pick out their family, and they pick out their friends, and they pick out their enemies, those who will right them and those who will wrong them. And they challenges and how they the flags, the markers, the marker points of major shifts, potentials, and changes that they can instill. And it is true what you said about this time, that there is no more karma. And what it means that there is no karma is that the music is broadcasting so loud to all who seek it that you can banish the shame, the preconditions to earning what you feel you deserve, for all deserve. And in the perception of all are beautiful, all are loved, all are healed, and all are deserving, for they are all sparks of God, of all source energy divine. In that perception, they all deserve, and there is no shame. And if you actualize these perceptions in your resonance along this tier, there are no contracts. There are no contracts in that space, where there is no restriction and there is no shame. So there is a broadcast in our time that is resonating a higher frequency of ascension, of devotion, to connectivity to all that is. And in that resonance, the potential in that resonance is complete freedom from the contracts. And we can wipe away these contracts, and we can change our point of how we live, or how we resonate, how we refer to ourselves or see ourselves, and we can re-embrace our true higher self unconditionally in love. For the nature of unconditional love is infinity, and in infinity there is no containment and there is no restriction, for there is no shame there. The infinite higher light flows through all, and in possessing that coordinate and resonating it, there is no contract. You are creating your own future, and you're creating your own destiny. You are an avatar. You are a co-creator. You are a spark of all source divine. You are God incarnate. You are a spark of God, co-creating with the rest of God. And your broadcast is a bit louder, and your intention is a bit more refined. So you are invited to ascend a bit quicker in the coordinates and in the language of all that is, so you can help heal and bring merciful healing and abundant love to all, for all are divine and all are deserving. the blind man who has never seen color or sunlight is unable to miss it. It is the individual who was able to see for an instant, see the brilliance of the color, see the brilliance of the sunlight. That individual can never forget the haunting feeling of that beauty, of that glory. So once we broadcast the coordinates of intimate freedom, true love, if we can instill a spark for just a moment, those individuals are forever changed, for they now have knowledge of intimacy with their higher self collective and all source within. And that's not something they can ever lose. That's within them, interdimensionally, they could call upon that tool and focus upon it and recreate it in each now. And so individuals are forever free and forever changed. We are the great karma erasers of our time. Many like us. We are erasing the karma before our eyes. We are changing the course of history. History is unwritten. There is no prophecy that is not for good. And there is no prophecy that is for bad news that is written in stone. There is none, not a single one. These are only prophecies based on if you continue along the same pattern and the same concept. Then it must be instilled, and it will transpire. But any time there is a catastrophic prophecy, that prophecy is subject to the benevolence of all. For if all change, then there is no manifestation of that prophecy. And we see it in the biblical archetypes. There was a prophet named Jonah who came to broadcast the destruction of a great city named Nineveh, and the individual found humility and found alignment, and the city was not destroyed. And there is no prophecy that is relevant if an individual finds balance and alignment with the higher life, the streams of all source. There is no prophecy, for you are a co-creator and you are creating it before their eyes, before the legions of all source energy. They can only predict based on where you've been headed and what you've done to this point. But now that you've brought infinity into the equation, there is no prediction. You can reinstill life everywhere, in every now. And you co-create with them in the oneness of the now.